Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are around the world. I can actually take these off for a little while until I need to see stuff. How are we doing wherever you are, you beautiful, beautiful people? Welcome to Lucy Davis live at 5 p.m. UK time. Today, we are diving into something extremely important and so deeply personal to all of us. Why we settle for less than we deserve and how to love ourselves first. OMG, am I excited to talk to you about this. But before we do that, please let me know that you can hear me on Facebook by smashing the thumbs up button or the love heart button and popping a comment on this video to let me know that you can hear me. Hola guapa. Facebook can clearly hear me. Good to have you on, Karina. Lovely to see your name pop up, sweetheart. And on YouTube, if you can all hit the thumbs up button and let me know you can hear me, that is absolutely amazing. So to those of you that are brand new to me, my name is Lucy Davis. I'm a transformation coach and I help people literally rewire their whole lives. Why do I feel I'm qualified to do this? Because I've done it to myself and thousands of other people around the world as well. So I like to take this slot on a Monday at 5 p.m. UK time to just give something back to you guys, where whatever angle I come from. So today we're going to be looking at settling. Now it's very, very fascinating. I just actually had a video call from somebody who I wasn't expecting a video call from, and it was a beautiful, beautiful conversation. And I said to him, I'm just about to do a YouTube video. And he was like, oh, what's the topic that you're talking on today? And I said, oh, it's about settling. And he was like, Lucy, I was thinking about this topic a couple of weeks ago. I would love to hear your opinions. And then and the reception went really bad and we were both laughing our heads off. And I said, clearly you're not supposed to understand or hear. I said, once I've done my video recording, I will send it over to you. So if you're watching this back, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is lovely. It's lovely to speak with you. So before we go into this video today, and by the way, guys, I am a transformation coach. So I'm not just going to look at this about relationships. I am going to talk about relationships and why we settle in them today. But I'm also going to look at our career, our health, our friendships, and even the surroundings that we live in. So today we are going to be looking at all of those avenues, and we are going to recognize that settling isn't just about laziness or circumstance. It's often about how much we believe that we are worth. So today, let's unpack it, let's rise above it, and let's recreate something extremely special for all of our lives. Can I get a heck yes in the comments across the platforms, please? Now, before I go on to that, I would like to share, I did a really beautiful, intimate meditation, healing, and breathwork session on Friday, the 20th of June, so just a few days ago. And I would just like to say thank you to everybody that made the effort to come to that session. OMG, it was a powerhouse. It was very intimate. There were 22 of us in the room, and it was absolutely unbelievable what took place. So first and foremost, thank you to you all for coming. Thank you to you all for going in. There were some massive shifts in the room. There was a lot of emotion. There was a lot of, releasing and really recognizing, like the main comment that got shared after the event was, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much like almost like I've just got rid of everything. There was lots of messages the day after saying there'd been lots of toilet movements and things like that, obviously releasing the heaviness. So ladies and gents, I'm excited to let you know the next event for this intimate meditation and healing session will be being held on the 19th of July. We have already sold out of over 50% of the tickets. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you would like to join us in Bournemouth, Dorset for this intimate event, you will need to be very quick. Okay, you will need to be very, very quick because I very much doubt the tickets will still be there in a couple of weeks' time. So make your decision and get yourself along there, and we will really look forward to seeing you. This will be the last one of that size. I had a waiting list for the last event, and no doubt that's what's going to happen again here. So I will be moving location and I will be looking to do something bigger very, very soon. I also wanted to let you guys know that we are on the countdown to September. I am sorry. I'm not meaning to wish your summer away, but in September, on the 8th of September, we relaunch Self Love Club for the class of 2025. Now, everybody says to me, come the end of September, oh my God, I missed it. So I am giving you so much notice now. If you head over to the description field of this video, you will be able to click on a link that takes you to the free sign up to get on the waiting list to join the program in 2025. Now, just because you click on the link does not mean you are obliged to sign up, just so you know. There is a free launch call that takes place every year where I explain all of the ins and outs, I explain the costs, I explain the breakdown, I go through absolutely everything that you need to know, and you will be hearing from some incredible people. I have done maybe 20 or 30 videos from people over the last week that have shared their deep shifts that have taken place, and I have been crying the whole time. So just so you guys know, when I start sharing them on my Instagram and my Facebook soon, you are likely to be in tears. So buckle up, my loves, and just know that you are worthy of all the changes that you have ever been spoken to about or heard about. Okay, all the things that you can dream of, they are open to you as well. Anybody else, if you would like anything else from me, please do head over to my website, www.lucydavis.com. Everything can be found there. My in-person events, my online events, courses, one-to-ones, you name it, you've got it, my friends. So let's look at what we are doing here today. How many times a day are we disappointed that things don't go our way? I'd really like this to be interactive today, guys. So please do let me know, when was the last time you were disappointed? Have you been disappointed today? Have you been were you disappointed yesterday for some reason? Were you disappointed on Saturday for some reason? You know, it's really important that we recognize that disappointment actually shows us something where we believe that we are settling. Okay, love it. Thanks for your honesty, Karina. Karina is like, yep, absolutely. I have been disappointed in the last few days. And Laura has very honestly put every day, and she's put an LOL after it for those of you on Facebook. However, how beautiful is it that Laura's like, you know what? Every day I get disappointed. Now, disappointment basically means that where things don't go the way that we expect them to. Vincent, love that. So today you have been disappointed. Right. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm not loving the fact that you've been disappointed. I'm just loving the fact that you're being honest with yourself enough so that we can have a look at this. So how many of you in recent weeks or recent months, or maybe in the last 12 months, have you been disappointed in, oh, Derek, I'm so sorry to hear that your offer on the new house was turned down. Everything happens for a reason. Trust it, my friend. You know this better than most. You definitely know this. There will be a reason for it. So just feel into it, you know, experience that disappointment that you're feeling. And maybe you were just about to settle. Who knows? So how many of you have settled in friendships? How many of you have settled in your career? How many of you have settled for your health? How many of you have settled for your social life? People don't talk about social life too often, Lucy Davis. How many of you have settled in a relationship? Absolutely. My friends, I am going to talk to you about how settling shows up in each of these categories. Now, please do me a massive favor. If you are on YouTube, please remember to hit the thumbs up button when you have watched this video. And please do remember to comment all the way through so that I can come back, I can feedback, and we can work together on this. Likewise, on Facebook, if you can continually smash the love heart and the thumbs up buttons, that would be really helpful just for us to get the greater reach. Likewise, if you are on any of these platforms and you think my friend needs to hear this, please just share the video with them and then they too can watch it, whether they watch it back afterwards. And hello to everybody watching this back afterwards. I always forget to give you guys a shout out. So thank you for being so loyal and watching the content and giving so much support. The last few videos have had so many comments. It's been absolutely amazing. So please, please, please do that. It will really help me. It will really help the channel, and it will really help the content. And by default, it will really help your friends. So you're getting a little bit of good karma in your back pocket for this. So, like I was saying, you know, we get disappointed with people. We get disappointed with places. I'm just going to plug my laptop in so that it doesn't keep losing the colour. We get disappointed with places. We get disappointed with our health. We get disappointed with our parents, don't we? We literally get disappointed with so much in our lives. And this is where we perceive that there should be an outcome that is different to the outcome that we receive. Okay? We settle for less than we deserve because we have a very limited, restricted view of ourselves. We have basically been living in lack. How many of you believe that you deserve to be earning more money than you do right now? Give me a thumbs up or give me a love heart, one of those two things. And I don't mean the literal button on Facebook. I mean literally paste a heart emoji in the comments if you think I should be earning much more money than I'm physically earning right now. Money is a thing that we can all bond over, right? All of us know that money is a thing. So Laura's like 2000%. She doesn't even need to give me a heart. You are certain today, Laura, right? You are so in there. I love that for you. So far we've had 5 or 6 people, 7, you know, they're coming in with the fact that they should be earning more money by demonstrating a love heart or saying, yes, absolutely. My friends, if you are still showing up for work, knowing that you deserve more, prepare for the trigger warning. Oop, oop, oop. You're living in lack. There is zero judgment from me on this side, ladies and gents. Absolutely zero. Why? Because we are conditioned from birth to be in lack. I love that. So Anna has put, I'm worth so much more money and better apartment and more better close friends. Love that for you. Good for you. So certain. So by the end of this video, we're gonna get you to the point of knowing how you're going to do that. I love that for you. Good job. If anyone else wants to share what they have been settling for and what they deserve better, please do let me know. How many of you resonate with the reason that you're settling is because you prioritize the wrong things? How many of you resonate with that? It's a resonance that is so deeply ingrained in me of Lucy, your priorities must be on point. You can't be a people pleaser all your life. Being a people pleaser is not the way forward. Being a people pleaser makes you settle. Okay? When we prioritize the wrong things, we end up getting annoyed, don't we? We end up getting disappointed. So this is the lesson that we have to go through, my darling friends. So how does settling for our health show up? We normalize discomfort. We say things like, it's just the way I am. Or my mum's favorite saying is, oh, I'm too old to change, Lucy. That's what she says to me. We settle for health by saying that we've got a lack of time or energy. Let me know if any of this resonates with you as I'm stepping through. Let me know how this feels. Have you ever said this? Oh, well, I just don't have the time to go to the gym. I don't have the energy to go walking. Oh my God, it's quicker to buy a takeaway because, oh my God, I just don't have the energy to stand in the kitchen and prepare the food and do the washing up and everything. We neglect ourselves where our health is concerned, right? We treat wellness as a luxury and not a necessity. We just keep eating, don't we? We keep eating and eating and eating, or smoking or vaping or drinking alcohol or taking drugs. And we expect this body to just deal with it. A massive part of settling where health is concerned is we're scared. We're scared of the changes. Some of us, what if it gets us more attention? Some of us, what if, I kind of have to keep going with this. I love that. So Lizzie has put, I've settled with my health, but since the meditation on Friday, I've had a huge shift and got up off my butt. Go girl. She actually messaged me today to say she's done day 1 of the 0 to 5K, couch to 5K, whatever that is. Vincent has put, I took a permanent job for the first time after 13 years of temping as my children wanted me to do so for health reasons. Well done for listening to your children. If that resonates with you, which it must have done, otherwise you wouldn't have listened to your children. Congratulations to you, Vincent. It's an amazing, amazing reason to do that. I'm hoping that you've got some sort of healthcare as part of that. Ladies and gents, your body is your home. Are you treating it as well as your home or somebody you love? Your body is the only thing that you have. I love that. So Alison has put, I definitely have in the past, but make so much time for myself now. I juice every day, cook fresh ingredients and no processed foods. Go Alison. Alison is a past Self-Love Club member. I don't know if it's 2022 or 2023 that she was in there, but she is a past member from Self-Love Club. And I am so proud to hear that you are still going strong with that. She had massive shifts, absolutely massive shifts on the program. So it's amazing to still hear that. I've got a question for you guys. Do you believe you deserve to feel good in your own skin? Do you actually believe this? Do you actually really, truly, deeply believe that you deserve to feel amazing? Do you deserve to be loved? Do you deserve to have the money? And I'm going to ask you guys to take this question away. What are you tolerating in your body that you would not tolerate in your home or your car? So Shelley has just put, I had definitely settled for limitations others put on me due to RA. I forgot for a while that my emotions and my attitude towards it makes a huge difference. Absolutely. Excellent. Well done, Shelley. Great epiphany. Right. I'm going to save relationships for last. So let's look at your career. Do you have a fear of failure or a fear of rejection for attempting to improve yourself? How many of you, and I know one of my friends who's watching this right now will resonate with this, scared to put herself forward for another job because what if she doesn't get it? That deep wound of rejection is going to get activated. So it's better that I don't apply for that job. It's better that I don't put myself forwards to earn more money, because what if they say no? What if I don't get that job? Then I'm just going to prove to myself that I'm not worthy. How many of you believe that you do not deserve more? How many of you pick security over satisfaction? So this is like the safe job. So I am a perfect example of that. In my career, I was earning a fortune. I was working on the trading floor. I was very successful. I was a very well-known project manager. You know, companies would headhunt me all over the place. And I was earning really good money. I had private healthcare. I had like 35 or 40 days paid holiday a year. I had all of that stuff. But I had zero passion. I had zero purpose. I had zero love. And that is why my health took a nosedive, was because I was sacrificing my soul for what my passion was. How many of you within your career are seeking external validation? So you stay in roles that look good but feel empty, very much like I was with the trading floor. My mum said to me, "What are you thinking? You have a secure, amazing job where you can do anything, buy anything, and you're quitting it. to go and set up something that might not work, setting up your own business. So my questions for you: are you working a job or are you living a purpose? Today, I can legitimately sit here and say, I live a purpose. Some of you that came to my meditation, some of you that have come to my soul school or any of my seminars or any of my programs, you know I am on purpose. I help people heal in ways that I have no idea how I help them heal, because I am living in purpose. I gave up the job, the security, the relationship, the houses, the everything for my purpose. I'm not saying that you guys should do this, by the way, and there's a very simple, straight way to do it if you are going to do that. Maybe I'll talk about that another time. Let me ask you this question. If you could start over, would you choose the exact same path that you are walking down right now? So Anna has very, very sweetly said, yes, but I take so much notice of others. So that stops me from manifesting because I don't have the guts. I'm afraid they will think I prefer money instead of them first. Love that for you. Love that for you. Great epiphany, Anna. Great epiphany. So you are putting everything into what other people think about you rather than you saying, I need this money. And I can tell by the kind of messages that you're sending, Anna, you have a reason to drive for money. Like me, one of my team sat me down last week and he said to me, Lucy, why are you embarrassed that you have to become a billionaire? And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. I don't feel that I'm embarrassed about that. And he said, but you never talk about it. You never make it very clear. And I'm like, huh. And I take feedback, I take it on the chin. And I was like, wow, do you know what? I think you've got a point. I have to be a billionaire. And Anna, I'm hoping that this is going to give you some confidence. I have to be a billionaire because I have a mission whereby I have to change the educational system of this world. I cannot do that without money behind me. I cannot do that without the abundance to be able to buy the soul schools, to be able to create the teams to run the soul schools, to duplicate it across minimum 5 locations over the world, to then, let people know that this service is available to them and give it for free to people that cannot afford to pay for it. So I'm very comfortable and confident in the knowing that I have to be extremely financially abundant to be able to pay for this. I have a lot of people say to me, I know I'm going to work for you. I know I'm going to work for you. I know I'm going to work for you. How am I going to pay them if I do not have the abundance to pay them? Do I think it's just going to magically appear? No. I'm not scared of working. I love my work. I love it. I'm so passionate about it. Again, I was on the conversation, the video call I had with someone just before this call. I was saying, my work does not feel like a day's work. It doesn't, because I love it so much. There are elements I don't like. The accounts, I'm very honest with you guys, I don't like doing that side of things. But let me be straight with you when I say I love my work, and it tells. I always show up, no matter how many hours I've done, no matter how many hours sleep I got the night before, no matter whether I've had a big argument with my partner or whatever just seconds before. I show up and I am 100% in alignment and I'm ready to go with you guys. That's how I feel about my purpose. My purpose is bringing a new educational system to the world that is a bit like Self-Love Club, called Soul School, where people can learn how to regulate their emotions. They get to learn how to meditate. They get how to, all of these things that they can just navigate and bring it in for them and their families. We learn how to grow food so that we can feed ourselves without all the toxins and the nasties that are put in food these days, how we can clean water, how we can produce things that are in alignment with us of the highest vibration, and how we can heal our bodies, how we know what emotions are creating the disease and how we can heal it. This is my gift to the world. So I know I have to be very financially abundant this lifetime to be able to do this. Is this making sense to you guys? If it is, smash the thumbs up, smash the love heart, and please do pop a comment on. My last question around your career. What would you do if you truly believed your own value? What would you do for a living? You know, most of you have established you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now. What would you be doing? Anna, from here, we're going to be confident about the money that we're going to be earning. Okay. We're going to be super confident about it. Yes, this is what I deserve in my life. This is how I'm going to create it. All right, babe. So let's look at money. What limiting beliefs do we have around money? What makes us settle around money? We have a money mindset from being a child, don't we? Money is hard to come by. Money doesn't grow on trees, right? How many of you have heard this? You know, do you think I'm made of money? How many of you guys have heard these over the years? There is obviously a fear of success and a fear of visibility. These will keep us small. Oh my God, what if I get on that stage and I fall over? Oh my goodness, what if people can't see me? Oh my God, what if people don't like me? Oh my God, what if somebody says something bad about me? Oh, well, I better keep myself small. And there is an avoidance of financial responsibility, which is why we settle. Yes, I bet you have heard all of those, Alison. Absolutely. We avoid financial responsibility because we are scared of money, because we've been told that money is bad, that money is evil. And if you want money, what do we have to do? Sacrifice. Religion has taught us if we want to have money, we have to sacrifice. So, settling finances often stems from believing that wealth is for others. So, settling for money, settling for less than what you deserve. You believe that wealth is for other people, like it's that top 1%, isn't it? What's stopping you from being in that 1%? My question, do you want freedom? Or are you scared of what that may bring? You are not bad with money, ladies and gents. And this is my favorite thing that I've ever written in my life. You are not bad with money. You have never been taught how to partner with it. I talk to people all the time about the relationship with money. If you don't like it, if you think it's bad, if you think you have to sacrifice to have money, you will not ever have a relationship with it because you think it's toxic, you think it's nasty. When if we can actually create a loving relationship with money, and you have to spend money to receive money. Remember, it's this beautiful divinity, it's this beautiful connection that we have. And if you've never been taught how to have a relationship with money, that's not your fault. However, my friends, it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to nail this. Now, my Mastering Your Mind, fingers crossed, might be out later tonight, but it's definitely going to be out tomorrow. The seminar that I ran back in March 2022, all of the content has been cut down. We've got some extra videos in there and things like that. And you will be able to buy that tomorrow, all being well. I just have to get it checked over and then it will be out there. That is an absolute golden program from a live event where we spoke about abundance. It's an abundant mindset. It's about how you create money, how you create wealth, how you can break the shackles of living in a lack mindset and stepping into a higher vibration. So do keep your eyes open for that, ladies and gents. I will try to remember to talk about it next week as well. So let's look at our environment. When I'm talking about the environment, I'm talking about your home. I kind of talking about your workplace as well, but it's just the environment that you are in. It's fear of the unknown. It's better the devil you know, isn't it? Well, I may as well stay in this apartment because, you know, I don't want to have to get any more costs. What if I do this? Or, you know, surely it's better to do this than go somewhere where I don't know anybody. You know, people often say to me, how on earth do you live all over the world? How on earth do you move to these random places in the middle of nowhere and you're really happy and you're really content and you make good friends? Why? Because I'm very comfortable being in the unknown. I crave freedom through living space for me and my children so we feel better and can have friends coming over, be social and live on some riches of school friend. Love that. So this is again for you, Anna, right? Look at where you have financial fear. Look at where you assume that you cannot afford better. And then go back to the right. Why am I settling in my career? Yeah, I believe that people will think I'm more about money than anything. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn if you're more about money? You have children to look after. You have standards that you want for your life. So why would you not say, hey, I deserve better. I deserve more money. It's okay to say that you choose more for your life. It's more than okay to do that. In our environment, there is an invisibility of daily stress. We become desensitized to environments that drain us. You know, this is very, very important to recognize. You know, when you're with somebody that drains you, you know that you're with somebody that drains you because they let you down. You know that you're with somebody when they upset you and it drains you. So now we need to recognize the same for our environment. If you are squeezing 5 of you into a 1 or 2 bedroom property, like, you know what it feels like to have a stressful environment. You have become desensitized to the fact that it is stressful, the fact that it's overcrowded, the fact that you don't have enough room to do whatever it is that you want, but you've just learned to cope with it. So my questions for you on this: is your environment energizing you or depleting you? Again, a bit of a trigger point here. Is your home a reflection of your self-worth? Mine is. Like, I wish I could take you on a tour of my home, kind of. I have flowers everywhere. Anyone that knows me know I have flowers everywhere in my house. I've got flowers going up the stairs. I've got flowers hanging off the walls. I have plants everywhere. Like, my home is abundant in energy, in cleanliness. It is absolutely gorgeous. I have everything you could possibly imagine. I have beautiful pinks. I have essential oils. I have candles. I have just everything, an abundant amount of them, because that's what I choose. And do you know what? My home demonstrates the self-worth that I have for myself. There is so much love in my home. I have, like I say, I have flowers everywhere. People come in and they're like, oh my God, like, what is with this? It makes me happy. I love this for me. I love the colours. I love the variety. I love it. Lizzie's just been to my home this weekend, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I have an abundance of everything here, crystals, everything. Okay. Why? Because this is my self-worth. I would like you to answer to yourself, what would your home look like if it did represent your self-worth? Anna, honestly, you would love my home. I know you would love my home. You can create it, sweetheart. What is it that you choose? Now get clear on it, write it down. What would it look like? You know, I live in a beautiful home in the country. I have animals everywhere around me. I have flowers and plants everywhere. My home is clean. My bed is always made unless I'm in it. You know, I have pillows, I have everything. It's an abundant place where I live. Love that, Vincent. I love that honesty. Right. It would be better than it does now. Right. Get clear on that, my friend. Write it down. If you could literally pour your self-worth into your home, what would it look like? If you guys can do this, you will realize your mindset starts to shift. You can start to dream. You can start to have imagination, and you will not be settling anymore. Love that. So Shelley's put, I have a room with all of my things I love, but I'd love to live by the coast. Brilliant. So let's start creating that. You deserve it. Why not? Okay. Let's look at social life and friendships. How many of you fear outgrowing your friends? I did this for years. I had fear of, oh my God, I'm not going to know anyone. I'm changing like this, but I still have to settle in here, and I have to. And my loyalty was so much more important than alignment. I was keeping people in my life because I loved them that just did not align with me. If you don't align with my values, that's it, you're gone. Like, and I'm not being a bitch. It doesn't just happen once. Like, if somebody upsets me, they're not just gone. I'm talking, if you consistently let me down, if you consistently do not show up, if you consistently bring drama to my door, if you consistently do all of this stuff, I choose loyalty is not my thing anymore. Like, I'm loyal as heck. Anybody knows that. You know, I'm very, very loyal to my friends. But do you know what? It's very important that you have a standard at some point and you choose your alignment. Now, I don't think cutting people out quickly is sensible. I think that's a trauma response. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. That's a trauma response. So again, you'd need to get clear on what that is, but that's a topic for another day. Okay. Look at where you people please. What are you wrecking because of people pleasing? Are you wrecking your life or are you wrecking somebody else's life? This is what we need to get clear on. When we settle, oh yeah, I'm just going to keep everybody else happy, we lose something for ourselves. Loneliness masks as connection. We hold on to superficial or draining friendships because we are lonely. Hello, sweetheart. It's lovely to see you on here. Really, really nice to have you on, babes. Loneliness masks as connection. So we hold on to people, whether it's a loved one, whether it is a friendship, whether it is a mother or a father or whatever. We hold on because we are concerned that we're going to be on our own. So again, I'd like you to ask yourself these questions. Are you shrinking to stay in someone else's comfort zone? Does this friendship feed your soul or feed your self-doubt? You're not too much. How many of you have ever been told you're too much? You need to be moving in the right rooms. If you're moving in the right rooms, you are never too much. It's only people that fear your honesty, fear your love, fear what you are capable of, that genuinely believe that you are too much. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that, my love. Blowing you kisses, my girl. Let's look at relationships. Let's look at intimate relationships. How many of you? Give me a big heck yes if you're like, oh my God, I never even thought about that, about my career, my money, my friendships, my social life, my health, but relationships, let's go in, right? How many of us have settled in a relationship? Me. I have many times, too many times, and she's not doing it again, let me tell you straight. So why do we settle in relationships? We fear being alone. The fear of being alone is greater than the pain of being with the wrong person. Just stop and think about that for a moment. You stay with somebody because you fear being on your own. Think about it. We settle because the suffering that we understand feels so much safer than the happiness that is unknown. Because what if we're not happy? What if we are happy? Absolutely, Joe, you're absolutely bang on. You can be lonely in a relationship. And to me, that's even worse than being lonely on your own. Familiarity is truth, right? When you settle for mediocre for long enough, we put up with anything, don't we? What do I mean by this? If you have been told that you are too much, if you have been told by your partner or your ex-partner or whatever that nobody's ever going to put up with you. Like, I was in a relationship and the guy said to me, no one's going to put up with your bullshit. As in, my energy work was the bullshit, by the way. Nobody's going to put up with that. And you know what? As much as I was like, you are crazy. Like, I'm actually very good in relationships. You know, there is a reason all of my exes want to come back, you know, because I might be straight and I might be a bit too honest for what they like, but they come back because they know that I'm not a bad person and that I have a lot of love to give and I just have standards, which a lot of people don't have. But that person got in my head, nobody's going to put up with your energy work. Nobody's going to put up with your energy work. Eventually, you start to believe that. So you settle for mediocrity. Why? Because that person wants you to think that they are the best person that you will ever put up with or that ever's going to put up with you. So they kind of make themselves they put themselves on a bit of a pedestal. Yeah, I know, Alison, right? What a twat. You know, sorry to be so blunt and so crass on here, but it's the truth. Who would do that? So what's really important here is to recognize that we are settling because of little snippets. Yeah, you're absolutely right? Absolutely right, Lizzie. You know, people will put you down to keep hold of you. It's up to you whether you're going to listen. It's up to you whether you're actually going to, let that get in. But this is familiarity, right? Oh, well, it's better that I stay with this person. At least I know that they're going to put up with it, even though we argue, or even if that person's horrible, or even that person can't be consistent, or they don't stick to their word, or whatever those things are. How many of us have, like, we know that there's somebody better out there for us, much more aligned, but we just don't think that we're ever going to find them? Yeah, Shelley, absolutely right. So Shelley's put on Facebook, yes, I was told I was damaged goods and nobody would ever want me. Wow. Isn't that unbelievable? And Shelley, I do believe that you're happy now, right, babe? So good for you. That's a big F you, isn't it? Social pressures. We're fear of being judged, right? For being single or divorced. So many people say to me, but Lucy, you're so beautiful and you're so successful. Why are you not married? Let me tell you why I am not married, my friends. Because I think there's probably only been one, maybe two people in my life that have ever deserved to be with me. Because I have picked people that have come in to test me, come in to show me, helped me up level. And I'm grateful for every single one of them. If that sounds like I'm blowing smoke up my own arse, I don't mean it in that way. Genuinely, people have been brought into my life to teach me boundaries, to teach me how to respect myself better, to love myself better, to focus on me better, all of these things. You know, so I love the fact that all of these people have come in. However, marriage is a big thing. And it's a thing that I still see for myself, by the way, and I'm really excited for it. I bet all of you guys are as well. But so many people say, yeah, but Lucy, you should have this, you should have that, you should do this, you should do that. And there is expectations from society, expectations from our parents, expectations from everybody around us. Well, yeah, but what's wrong with you? Why are you on the shelf? Standards is what's wrong. You know, and then you have people saying, a bit like Shelley, oh yeah, you're damaged goods. And then we start to believe it for a little while, don't we? I love that. Lizzie has put, they have just prepared you for the lucky prince heading your way. You're damn right, sister. So we don't want to get divorced, do we? Because of the judgment around divorce. Oh God, we're just another statistic. I hear that all the time. I don't want to be another statistic, Lucy. I get that. But if you're in the wrong relationship, like, you're probably going to have to sacrifice some of yourself to stay in it. Now, I'm not saying everybody should leave their relationship, because more often than not, you are the problem in the relationship. That's a self-love club conversation that maybe we will have at some point. The other reason we stay is we hope that people can change. How many of you have confused potential with reality? Exactly. I see potential in people. This is seriously a thing that I have to work on, because I see potential. I see the soul. I see the purity. Show up ready is all I'm saying, right? So, are you in love with the person, or are you in love? Are you not in love with the idea of being alone? This is a question for each of you. Would you want your child or your best friend to be in a relationship like you are in? Ask yourself that question. My last relationship, absolutely not. You don't have to be lonely to be alone. So going back to Joe's comment, you don't have to be lonely to be alone. Settling in any of these areas is not laziness. It is a sign of your wounded self-worth. Do you resonate with that? We settle because there is a wound within us that makes us feel that this is the best that we can hope to achieve. The more we heal, the more we expect, and the more we allow in. I love that, Shelley. I love that. Thank you for sharing that, babe. We do not know what is possible for us because we have been told to play small. Exes have made us believe that we don't deserve to do better, that we're hard work, that we're damaged goods. So, my darling friends, how do we stop accepting breadcrumbs and start loving ourselves like we mean it. This, my friends, is the part that changes absolutely everything. One of my favorite topics: raise your standards. Why would I let someone I love live this way? Raise your minimums in every area. So let's raise the standards on love. Let's raise the standards on time. Let's raise the standards on money. Let's raise the standards on energy. Let's raise the standards to the access that people have to us. I love that, Alison. I'm blooming amazing, and anyone would be lucky to have me. Yes, they would, my darling friend. Yes, they would. Absolutely. So raising your standards. Start speaking to yourself differently. Replace what's wrong with me with what do I need? What do I require in this now moment? Look in the mirror every day and say, I love you. I am safe to want more. I am worthy of better. I deserve more. I am more. Give yourself a really beautiful pep talk. When you find yourself going, oh, you silly fool. No. Cancel, delete, return to sender. I am beautiful. I am loving. I am kind. I am here to help shift humanity. Like whatever resonates with you, go after that language. Pause before you settle. Am I choosing this from fear? Or am I choosing this from love? Am I betraying myself to keep someone else comfortable? Two very good questions that if you ask yourself these, things will change. I love it. Jackie's put discernment between Mr. or Mrs. Right and Mr. or Mrs. Right now. Love that, Jackie. That's beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Some people are for now, and some people are for longevity. You know, I had a reading last weekend, and the girl actually said to me, you know, there was someone that was destiny for you that had to be removed, because if you had been with that person, you would never have gone on to the life that you are living now, and you had to serve humanity, and that person will come back. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. However, that's what she said. It resonates. It resonates why I've had to go on such a huge journey. It also resonates that why things are changing quite rapidly now, because I do know that I'm nearing the end of my mission. You know, it doesn't mean I'm stopping work, by the way, just so you guys know. How about we do one brave thing a week? How about we say no? Your kids, can we do this? Can we do this? No. Full sentence. How about you do one brave thing like, hey, I need some help. Or how about you actually leave the conversation that you have been staying in because you're just humoring the person? Imagine if you did that for yourself. I love that. Yep, absolutely, Vincent. You're bang on. So he's put people return to us in different guises. How about treating yourself like someone you're falling in love with? I like to use the words rising in love. Would you ignore somebody that you are choosing to embark on a gorgeous relationship with? Would you choose to ignore their needs? Absolutely not. Would you shame them and name them and call them out? Absolutely not. You would be kind. You would be generous. You would be thoughtful. How about we start doing that for you, my friends? You speak that into you. So to close out this video for today, first and foremost, let me know if this has really made sense to you. If you're like, oh my God, I needed to hear it in this way, this broken down way of how I'm settling in all the different areas of my life. I would like you to hear this statement. We don't get what we deserve. We get what we believe we're worth. And the moment that we decide no more settling, everything changes. In that moment of no more settling, it may hurt. I had a situation yesterday. It hurt. It hurt. Today, I've woken up and I've gone, this is the best thing for me. I am done settling. I am done with any of that. I am back, and I'm back. Self-love is not about bubble baths and candles, although I have loads of candles and I do love a good bath. It's about boundaries. It's about truth. It's about standards. And the good news, my babes, none of that costs you any money. You don't have to wait to become more worthy. You already are. If you are interested in my Self-Love Club program, we go into all of this very, very deep and very, very detailed. If you're truly ready to get over your own bullshit, head over to the description field of this video and please do sign up to the wait list. Now, although the video is coming to an end, I would love you to tell me in the comments, and I will come back on both Facebook and YouTube to let me know where you have been settling without realizing it. And where is one area that from this now moment, you are going to raise your standards in? Ladies and gents, I would really appreciate you sharing this video with anybody who you feel needs to hear this message today. I would really appreciate you sharing with anybody that you're like, wow, you know, maybe I've been tolerating too much from them or with them. Maybe you can share it with them so that you can actually start to create some standards together. My friends, before you leave this video, please do remember to hit the thumbs up button if you are on YouTube and go share it with any groups or share it with any loved ones that needs to hear this message. Do remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are on the Book of Faceache, as I like to call it, please, please, please do comment and I will come back and check on the videos tomorrow. I'm back to back till 9:30 today, so there's nothing I can do, unfortunately, until then. So I will be back tomorrow, but do let me know. Do share this video. Please share it in groups and with any of your communities, and I will catch you guys next week. I love you guys to the moon and stars. Thank you for your feedback about not regretting signing up for Self-Love Club and the fact that it's been a powerful video. I appreciate you guys. Let's get this done. Let's raise our standards, and let's know that although it's going to sting when we raise our standards, it's all going to work out for the better. Guys, I love you lots. Thanks for listening. Over and out.